Ayyo, what is happening in the Indian Premier League? It's another upset, many would say, despite the fact that Punjab had been showing some good forms, recently beating Kolkata Knight Riders, and Chennai for the last 3-4 games had been showing some poor form, barring their win last time, but overall had been losing twice to Lucknow Super Giants. They had that, and guess what? You had thought from here on Chennai, or at least I had thought that from here on Chennai Super Kings will gather some momentum, some pace, and move straight up into the top 4. That is not to be, and at the moment where you're looking at 10 matches, 10 points, Punjab Kings 10 matches, 8 points, just a win separating the two teams. And mind you, these are two teams, one of which we had, I think, all picked to be in the top 4 in CSK. And one we are all picked to be at the bottom of the table in Punjab. It's not quite turning out to be like that. It's a close call. What is happening to Chennai? That's the first question. And please, Siddharth, don't blame it on MS Dhoni now. No, you go on there, they didn't take one run, 2 run, 3 run. They didn't lose because of MS Dhoni, na?
No, it was a shoddy batting display. Totally. 30 runs short they were. And if you look at it, batting first, Rituraj's knock now comes into the broader perspective that yes, he lost wickets at the other end. Probably Punjab bowled with much better lines, especially Harpreet Brar bowling very well, Rahul Chair drying up the runs. And see, look at it, 21 of 23 as Samir Rizvi. Shocking. Ajinkya Rahane, still not that Rahane of 2023, 29 of 24. The highest strike rate was a Moeen Ali. 15 of 9, and he was coming in at number 7. Today your entire batting just bungled up.
Are you sure about that? Because again, it takes me back to the KKR CSK match that took place in Chepauk, and the team that batted first, KKR, were all at sea in the conditions, but come the second innings and CSK were whacking it as if there was nothing wrong with the pitch. So I think that same trend is continuing.
So you're saying bad toss to lose?
Oh yeah, bad toss to lose for sure. That you wouldn't have wanted to. Even in that particular match, I remember CSK had won the toss. They put KKR into bat first, and they got like what 130 odd because you lost a lot of wickets, and you had everyone batting slow. Come the second innings, Rituraj Gaikwad himself was hitting it as if there was no problem whatsoever. Yeah. Same thing happened. I think the amount of dew that you were getting significantly eased out the pitch. Definitely didn't help the bowlers. And I mean, at one point they had to change the ball. I think in the 10th or 11th over because there was so much dew on the ball that the ball was pretty much just getting lost.
This is the problem that you'll encounter in Chepauk now. As the weeks go by, it's becoming hotter, it's becoming much more humid in Chennai. Dew's going to come in. Dew's sitting in
fact, that first game, that KKR game also wasn't in fact the first game. RCB match, the first game of the tournament, Dew was nowhere in the picture. The second game also the same thing. By the time you had that KKR game, that time the cameras have started to pan and you could see on the wheel, there'd be a lot of dew as well. So that match Shane makes a valid point. That was, I think, the first signs you saw that dew was there at the Chepauk now. You were seeing the change in season, and that's continued to be the trend.
Because see, the problem is today you're number 4. He shouldn't have been in that position. We have seen a Ravindra Jadeja. We are harping upon too much of that 150 that he hit against Lucknow Super Giants on maybe similar challenging pitches at the Ekana, but there at the Ekana there was not much of dew. Here there was tremendous amount of dew.
And also because of the lack of dew in Ekana, it stayed pretty consistent. It wasn't the easiest of run chases, let's be fair.
Yeah, today if you wanted to show a bit more enterprise, a Shivam Dube, does he bat at number 3? No, he's probably a number 4, right?
You 3, 4, 1 difference here or there, I'm okay with.
Yeah. I mean, you could have gotten a Mitchell to 4, Jadeja at 7. Today was the day when you had to do that. But the main concern right now is
6-4. No, but 6-4 for Ravindra Jadeja also doesn't make sense. He's also usually batting at that spot. So
7.
6, exactly, 6-7 to straight to number 4.
No, but that is something they've been doing throughout this season.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's always right. Worked out.
No, it's not right at all. It's not right at all. It's terrible. It's a terrible decision that they're doing. I want to get into players a little later. We'll talk about Jadeja. We'll talk about Dew, various other players to talk about. Overall, looking at the points table, 1 by 1, Punjab, all of us had picked them to be bottom of the table. You're still sticking with that bottom of the table for Punjab? Yes, no?
No, now I'm not.
Okay.
Definitely not. See, when we picked them for bottom of the table, no one accounted for a Shashank Singh or Ashutosh Sharma, and I think they've kind of galvanized the season a little bit. So, do I see them making a run for the playoffs? No. But do I also see them finishing bottom of the table? Definitely not.
Number 5 and number 6.
Not bottom of the table, but perhaps still 7 or 8. Pretty much where they are.
Very close. So not as a top 4. I'd have to say that Punjab's really surprised me. They've been a good team. They've come out fighting, and I guess yes, those two players completely out of syllabus in Shashank and Ashutosh. Harpreet Brar has been good. I think Arshdeep, with the responsibility of bowling in the death where everyone is going 15 and over, 16 and over, I think he's still done a reasonable job. Today, the captain Sam Curran was also smart enough to bowl a spinner to MS Dhoni, and I want to talk about that as well. But overall, Punjab have been a standout team, punching above their weight for sure. Nobody had picked them. Maybe in a way, Shikhar Dhawan's injury kind of proving a blessing in disguise for them. Then they kind of settled their batting order. Bairstow, the typical thing, dropped and then wakes up and comes up with a performance on 2. So overall, I think Punjab really surprised me. Are they making it top 4? No way for me. Are they finishing bottom? Not for me. What have they done? They can be proud of themselves.
Yeah, actually, the Dhawan injury we don't talk about enough, because prior to that, you'd have him or Bairstow opening.
Sam Curran, that's the one thing that they've corrected. Sam Curran's not opening now. Sam Curran had started to open. He was that gully ka cricket wala guy who would have the bat and the ball, as you say so often. So he would see him open the bowling and
not gully ka cricket ka captain.
Captain, yeah.
Batting me mein pehle ka
exactly. Ball very hard, very exactly.
Or if not captain, the guy who owns the bat and the wickets.
Yeah.
Le jaunga.
Exactly. It's my bat, it's my ball. I frame the rules over here. So that's what you saw. They worked on that. He's batting pretty much the same position that he should be batting. So they've worked that out. Prab Simran, they've stuck with him regardless. So there's a few things, maybe they would have hoped for these things to have come together earlier on, as would, let's say, a franchise like RCB also. They're also showing some late momentum. But it's too late in the season for the season now to be resurrected. They can play for pride. The only disappointment even in all of this is that their 6th spot, which is very much their own, that probably will elude them this time.
No, you never know.
It looks distant right now.
See, now they are only one below 6 now. They are 7.
6 is the permanent spot. They may land up there. Don't we do surprise if they do.
But I looking at how things stand, and even forgetting this the little form that they're showing right now, I think Gujarat are a much better team. So I think probably the 6th spot could go.
It's all conjecture. We will see. Point is, today the one good thing that Punjab did was to bowl a spinner to MS Dhoni. Now, because of the fact that, by the way, MS Dhoni for the first time has been dismissed in the 10 matches, so has an average now. Before this, he had no average. So 110 is his average, 229 strike rate. Those are incredible numbers, and he's been hammering everyone that he's faced towards the death. And this is something that is to keep wondering here at Sports Today studio, that why is no one bowling spinners to him? Why is no one bowling spinners to him? And this is common knowledge. It was common knowledge if we're sitting here miles away from the ground and talking about it. Yet no captain did it. Today when Sam Curran did, I heard everyone go, wow, what a master. But this was this was the obvious thing. If you go back and see all our shows previously when MS Dhoni used to be batting, it's like we used to keep thinking, why nobody bowling a spinner to him? Maybe because it was the death, and I think captains went by the convention that no spinner at the death, no matter what the situation. But today what Sam Curran did was the normal thing. I am not taking anything away from Rahul Chahar, but I think more often than not, any spinner would have bowled on any pitch. He would have bowled. By the way, it wasn't at that time when Chahar came out to bowl, there was a lot of dew already. The ball already wet, it was slipping. So it wasn't even a situation where it would have been gripping a lot. None of that was to happen. See, there is a clear-cut weakness there. I'm not saying that he cannot smash a spinner for a 6 or 2. He might just. But at the strike rate he'll bat against a fast bowler, it will come considerably down when he's batting against a spinner. That is common knowledge. Yet, today, even if it was the death, Sam Curran did it, showed it to the world. My question is, what took a captain to do the most obvious thing, IPL captain to finally do the most obvious thing, and will now other captains looking at this do it going forward?
We hope so. I mean, if you want
What
you,
took
I really
a
don't
captain
know.
so much?
See,
Have they subscribed?
they should.
They should if they haven't already.
Yeah, they should have. Because see, if you look at all the captains, I'm surprised. KKR, I think if Chennai would have batted first and if Dhoni had come, maybe they would have gotten a spinner. Okay, because KKR do have the capability for that.
And also, more often than not, I don't know if you've realized, but one of Varun's overs is either the 15th or the 16th.
Yes.
So they always save one over of his for much later on.
The team of if you look at KKR, PBKS, they are the right kind of spinners. Because see, what does MS Dhoni really thrive upon? Left arm pace and left arm spin. That is the variety that he's most comfortable with. Just ask an Akshar Patel. Delhi unfortunately couldn't get any spinner in because see, Kuldeep was done with.
8 overs were done away with. You only had the option of Khalil and Nokia.
Planned like that. Now you know for a fact, no matter what batting position, he is going to come out to bat at the day.
Yeah.
Once a wicket falls, whether he has to bat at number 4 or 7, that's flexible. But he will make a guest appearance at the day. You know that. Why don't you wait? Keep your.
How can you be sure that you will, let's say, take about 6 wickets? He's only coming to bat at number 8.
No, his number is not fixed. That's exactly what I'm saying. His number is not fixed.
Now it's because
earlier. No.
Earlier, it's right here only those pleas were being made that Dhoni should be sent.
I'm saying more. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm saying more.
So-
but he's not hurt even now. His number is not fixed.
He could
His
come out to bat at
timing
number
is
3.
So it has to be anything less than 3 overs. If wicket falls, he will walk it. Whether now that is 3 overs, 2 overs, 1 over. That's his rate.
Correct.
The plea was, please come earlier also. You're batting like that. Come in the 14th over, come in the 15th over. Bash it. You can take your team. The area is fixed. He will come now between the
now that
last
area
3. Yeah.
But when that game happened, it was in the first half of the
No,
tournament. Now you see the
You didn't know he's going to come.
No.
Everyone sort of knew, but now the fact that it is happening as per the number of balls left and all.
If he knew from the start.
3
It
down
happened from day
also.
one.
3 down also. Now you know. No, earlier on when they would lose those many wickets, only then Dhoni would come out to bat.
No.
First couple of matches didn't get to bat.
No.
Yeah.
See, today
Because they didn't lose any wickets at that time. Today, let's say for example,
Yeah,
today, if he must have been ready. It's just that if the wicket didn't fall towards the death, then he won't have been. He was ready, but the timing has to be right. The wicket has to fall, not before the 17th. That's
That
it.
range.
That range.
Today he had 13 balls. He had 13 balls to play today. Out of that, he played 11. In the Delhi game, he had the most number of deliveries that he could face, 20.
But the advantage he had only pacers.
Pacers.
bowling.
He had only paces. Okay.
And out of form, Nokia.
Now, in the other games, he came only in the 19th over. The last over he came. Just in the last over. At that time, whoever was the bowler, okay, you couldn't help it. In the other game which he batted, 1 over that he got fully, it was a Hardik
Pandya, and he scored 22 runs.
At that time, did Mumbai, anyway we know Mumbai's spinners are
probably
not
the
such
weakest
a
link.
potent threat.
But to be honest, Rahul Chair, barring this game, has been quite average. He was dropped also.
He was
I think wasn't in
So
the same match.
I
where-
don't think Piyush Chawla would have been any less.
Or a Nabi.
There was Shreyas Gopal, I think, playing in that match
Shreyas-
because that point was being made as to why he didn't play Shreyas Gopal.
Or
have
even
him
bowler
bowled.
Shreyas Gopal, I
Yeah.
remember.
Whoever.
I know. So that is okay. Then after that, he again faced only 1 or 2 balls, 5 runs, and that time already a pacer was bowling.
I want to know from you, from top of because you're such a big MS Dhoni fan, you remember everything that MS Dhoni does, and you're
Good or bad.
Yeah. So,
Mostly the latter.
from the top of your head, you can remember in the recent past moments where he struggled against spinners, right?
Yes.
So now my point is first to tell those points, and my only point to that is if he can remember. Okay, we'll grant him he's a big MS fan, so he remembers.
And has a robotic memory.
So if he can remember just like that, teams that go in to play him, who have data analyst and whatever, computer analyst and so much data, don't they come with it? First tell me a few incidents from top of your head.
I mean, if you look at it, we have to only look at CSK's games versus KKR in the last couple of years. I mean, Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti. Look at the variety. It's Rahul Chair is a leg spinner, okay? He has struggled against them on a consistent basis. Look at 2018, Mayank Markande. Markanday, that delivery, that googly which zipped through. Dhoni was caught on the crease plumb at the Wankhede in 2018. Narayan and Chakravarti have done it on so many occasions. He doesn't struggle against the left arm variant. Spin also, Aksar Patel. If Mumbai had an option, they would have tried a Shams Mulani, but he also would have been
So
dispatched.
smart work by Punjab. They
Very
finished the
smart
left
work.
arm variant in Harpreet Barar earlier.
Yeah.
And kept one of Rahul Chahar.
The other damning stat, by the way, I think he only has a couple of boundaries of Narayan.
He only has one boundary against him.
It came in 2022 of an outside edge.
Outside edge to third man.
And
Yes.
in case of Rashid, again, it's maybe zilch or a couple here and there. So
That is why he didn't get to face that much against GT. Which is why I think, look, he's coming only that late so that he cannot play the spin threat.
I mean, I remember there was this one reel which had gone very popular, as a lot of them tend to do, is that when KKR were playing CSK in 2020, Varun got him out in one particular match and it was a typical. The length also is very important, as Rahul Chahar was pointing out. He said that I try and keep it just slightly on a good length or back off. If it's full, it doesn't matter if you're a spinner or pacer, he'll look to whack.
Yeah.
So he's saying I'm keeping it just at a kind of good length, not too full. Varun would land it there, and then I think Dhoni, because he didn't know which way it's going to spin, would just be waiting. He'd see it swing in play, but by then it's already gone past him and hit the stumps. 2020 it happened. 21, then the reel is saying what? Looks so nice, had to do it twice. 21 dismissed the same way. Same way.
No team's looking at this.
I mean, we see it, they don't.
No team. Paying
Either
like gazillions of dollars to.
Let us look at each team. What are their spin bowling
But those,
attacks?
what about those
Backroom
times?
stuff.
What about those times when he's only coming to bat last 2-3 balls, 4 balls?
After that you
That's
don't.
another thing.
Now
But
by
I'm
that
saying-
time,
But
whosoever
most of
is
the
bowling
times
is
he's
bowling.
come, you're giving it to the.
Look, for example, Delhi Capitals, what they could have done.
Delhi
They could
had
have
no
tried a
option.
Kuldeep Yadav, but again,
Kuldeep was done with his overs,
but again, the problem is Dhoni likes the left arm variation.
No, but he's Chinaman.
Exactly.
Over
With left
with
arm, he's
orthodox.
mostly, more often than not, left arm orthodox is who he likes.
Yeah.
A Chinaman, a wrist spinner,
Try
he
it.
might struggle
He
against.
might.
Try.
But see, let's look at each spin bowling attack in the IPL. KKR have the strongest.
I think the only other team who could do that really would be RR. Because UZ tends to bowl also like Varun, he'll bowl one over in the net.
Exactly.
So they're the only team who can do it, hold a UZ back.
CSK are playing RR. They are yet to
Correct.
play in IPL 2024. So a Chahal or an Ashwin can do it. And remember, in that game last year,
We're being generous with the
That'd
Ashwin
be-
comparison.
But that'd be interesting. Ashwin.
I mean, he's never fire to.
yeah, I mean, you remember in that CSK RR game at Chepa where Dhoni took it too deep, hit those 2 sixes of Sandeep Sharma.
Yeah.
Who had dried
Then
up the
nothing
middle
after
overs.
that.
It was Ashwin.
Ashwin.
And UZ. That is why Jason Holder got hit. But then after that 19 runs, Sandeep somehow defended with that much of due also. But the middle overs were dried up by UZ and Ashwin.
Yeah, I think now it should be a ploy. Sam Curran exploited very nicely. And by the way, Curran, someone who's played with Dhoni, lest we forget. So someone
2021.
who would have,
CSK.
exactly, a former CSK man would have seen these weaknesses head on. And I think he would have said, no, let's just save one of my spinners. No problem.
Your problem in IPL 2024 is barring just 2 or 3 teams, the rest of the spin bowling attack is very weak. MI, very weak spin bowling attack. RCB, SRH, less said about it.
But I think we're still. It doesn't matter. Mumbai also, I would bowl a spinner.
Yeah, I would bring on a Piyush.
Yeah,
Save one over of
bring
him.
on.
See, if you want
Yeah.
CSK are playing GT again, that time why don't you try a Rashid or Noor? Because that is that even Rashid has bowled in the death. He has been successful in the death overs.
Correct.
So you can do that. GT, RR and KKR. These are the only 3 teams and even PBKS that have a very good spin bowling lineup. Which is why Dhoni's been very, very lucky against the other teams that he's not gotten to face that much of spin.
Okay, now to the other question. We've discussed PBKS. Most of us have said not making top 4. Most of us are saying not finishing bottom. Chennai Super Kings, where they are at the moment. Please show us, Pawan. Are they still a top 4 team for you? Because I had picked them. Rahat had picked.
Yeah.
Harshit
heard.
had picked. Shane had picked. Are they making it to the top 4?
You can refresh it.
Yeah, it's not updated.
Yeah, you know the points table.
There we go.
I think they are just about scrapping through. Just about.
They are still making it.
They are still making it.
Even I agree with him. It's marginal, but they'll scrap through because there is a lot of quality there. If I look at the teams that they're competing against, Delhi, 1 loss are derailing them because again it's very knife edge. 11 games played. That's a disadvantage. SRH, we know what their big weakness is. In fact, they have 2 big weaknesses. One, their bowling. B, for the life of them, they cannot chase. So now if I win the toss against SRH, I know what to do. I'll put myself into bat first because they're not able to chase anything. So that is the thing. I see an SRH missing out. CSK just scraped through.
Yeah. Think they'll creep in to the top 4.
Top 4.
Yeah. It's something that they know how to do. Yes, they've lost some momentum. Continuity has been their problem this whole season. Couple of wins, then a couple of bad results, then another couple of wins. If you could just have a look at their fixtures as well, so they're left with GT,
they have a
Rajasthan.
chance for revenge straight up.
In Dharamshala.
Exactly. So that reverse fixture, GT struggling. Rajasthan is one major obstacle. RCB should be 2 points in the bag. So yeah, they'll be backing themselves at least in 2 of those games. So yeah, maybe they'll get in.
I'll make it 4 out of 4. I also have a feeling because I picked them, and I always believe that there are certain teams that know how to do it. And it's not a guarantee that they will always do. A case in point is Mumbai Indians. But more often than not, the teams that do it very often and have the knack of making it top 4. In crunch situation, when it boils down to game number 13, 14, and you're fighting for those close little net run rates and wins here and there, they have a way. The only thing that worries me about Chennai Super Kings is that they may be missing some of their stars. By the way, we spoke about everyone else, but Mustafizur today, outstanding, almost unplayable. Somebody who's been in great form in Shashank Singh absolutely was struggling against a fizz, and it's the way he bowls this cutter. It's not the conventional cutter. It's like the back of a hand kind of a cutter that he comes with. Absolutely incredible.
It's a Murli kind of cutter.
Exactly. That's what. It's like a Murli kind of cutter that he bowls. And Shashank, no matter how much he tried, would see, okay, next ball, 7 dot balls he faced in a row. Incredible bowling by him. But I think it is a point where Fizz is going back.
Yes.
Patirana is going to be going back. They already, they didn't have him today. There's a chance that
Moin will not be there for if they make it to the playoffs.
So Patirana, does he go?
No, I don't think so. Sri Lanka aren't playing any.
No, Sri Lanka aren't playing games. It's Bangladesh, England are the 2 sides.
So why was he not playing today?
He was not well.
Not well.
So they're missing a Patirana.
Yeah.
They missed him big time today.
Yes.
Fizz, I think, is going.
Fizz, yeah.
Yeah, Fizz will go.
I think they.
And then after the 19th, there's no Moin.
I don't think that's a big loss at the moment for them.
And there are certain teams who the English players going will be a big loss.
Yes,
Yeah.
but if
Yours included.
if
That
Patirana,
maybe becomes an opening then for Santner to be in the 11.
that's a blessing in disguise once again if Santner comes in. But
Exactly.
that's going to be. But I still think they'll make top 4. Now to the elephant in the room. We're going to discuss India players
Oh, God.
and how they've been doing. We'll maintain a report card. By the way, stop press. Shivam Dube finally bowled in the IPL, albeit just 1 over, went for 14 runs. Not great news.
But he got a wicket.
Of Johnny
Yeah,
Bairstow.
yeah. Not a great day with the bat as well for him. Not a great time with the bat or the ball for a Ravindra Jadeja as well. Who else?
Arshdeep
Arshdeep.
got a 50.
56.
52.
But he, again, I said, bowling in the death, no, you have to allow him. Like, because, I mean, you could say, I would take 12 and over.
Yeah,
This is
but
13.
5 wides again shows a lack of control at times. He's reverting to the
And
worst
today
type.
he
Couple
was
of
glad
those were
that,
when MS was there.
and he was glad that CSK had burned their reviews. It looked like those no balls.
Yeah, that first ball of the 20th over, it was a wide. And my first thing was, oh, that's a no ball. The umpires didn't call it, but it looked like it went off the pitch entirely.
It did.
So,
Shivam Dube, Ravindra Jadeja.
Shivam Dube, the grade would be D.
That's how you
For
grading?
today, yeah. I think we're grading, no?
No.
just an analysis.
A,
See, I'm glad that he
You
bowled.
can grade also if you want to.
A minus.
For
A
you
plus.
to get A plus from him is going to be
No,
Impossible.
it will come. But they have to give that kind of a performance.
So what's the grade?
Even the
see-
day Virat Kohli gets a fantastic 100, it's D
For example,
him.
a Will Jacks.
Even the day MS Dhoni smashes it across the ground, it's still
B minus.
D for him.
No. For me, a Will Jacks performance was an A plus. The way how he had that
For
impact.
foreign players, you will always
No,
give
even
it.
for an Indian player, I will.
Especially Kiwi players.
Today, Harpreet Brar A plus. But he's not in the T20 World Cup squad. What to do?
Acha, you
So,
tell me about the performance of, is it a
Dube.
very...
Okay, so Dube, glad he bowled, but still plenty of work needs to be done. Plenty. 1 over, just 1 over, 1 wicket he got, but 14 runs, not a good sign. A rare failure, I think he was, the law of average, I think it was due to happen, but he got out to a spinner, which might be even more galling if you have to look at it. So, A D for Shivam Dube
For
and
Dube.
D for Dube.
D for Dube.
D for Dube. For Ravindra Jadeja, I think a big
Then,
D
but
minus.
that logic, D for Dhoni.
D
For
minus,
a reason.
but he's not in the squad now. Ravindra Jadeja, as I said, I think he doesn't start in the playing 11 for me. It's an Akshar Patel who begins. And today's performance with both bat and ball just didn't live up.
You know, with Jadeja, it's interesting you mentioned. I was reading a stat somewhere. In all the T20 World Cups that he's played, with the bat he averages 16. His strike rate is 96.
Yeah.
That is not an impactful player in T20 cricket at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. I think he's got like 6 wickets in that duration.
Yeah.
Which
And
again is not the greatest.
if you
of numbers.
remember, Akshar Patel was touted as a superb impact player, but he got one game against Pakistan. Gone. Tata. Bye-bye. Finish.
No, wait, when are you talking about?
2022.
22, he played all games, boss. There was no Jadeja.
No, if you look at it he bowled only once in the Pakistan game in Melbourne.
Yeah, that way, sure.
That way.
I mean, these are one, two.
You mean he was playing and not bowling? He bowled in that semi-final where you lost.
Yeah, he got tongued big
But
time there.
yeah, he got tongued. I'm saying as far as impact is concerned, bat also didn't perform well there. So you got a problem in that number 6, 7 position.
Yeah, because most likely it's going to be Hardik and Jadeja.
Yeah. So
They're starting definitely with that combination.
Have to.
Unless, of course,
Yeah. That's a no-brainer.
yeah, Arshdeep would be a C because he's doing the thankless work of bowling in the death, and barring a Jasprit Bumrah, no one else is giving you any confidence when it comes to bowling in the death. Avesh could have been there, but he's in the travelling reserves.
Yeah.
And Siraj still
Lesser
not
the
in
better.
top form. Yeah. You're only going
You
with
don't
the
have to do the full team, only the ones that are playing today.
I mean,
15 numbers scored.
C. I mean, I would give him a C, Arshdeep, for his performance.
Okay, you guys don't have to rank. You don't have to give
I am
anything.
okay, but yeah, that's the thing.
And only the ones that are playing.
Yeah. Arshdeep was one definitely I thought could have done a little better. But I think he's kind of not been the same death bowler since he started bowling regularly in the
He's
first
become a power
place.
play bowler in India.
Yeah.
Indeed. Enough said.
a little worried about Arshdeep because it's been a while now that we've seen him leak runs the way that he did today, both in international cricket and in IPL. Couple of games, as I said, for yesterday set of players, that last 3-4 games, and probably by the end of that, it'll be a fair thing for me to be worried about or not be worried about. With Arshdeep though, the thing is, if I just elongate the sample size as well, I'm looking for silver linings. I'm looking for the good parts. I'm not finding one right now. So Arshdeep really needs to pull up his socks. 50 every now and then. I think he's hit more 50s than any of the batters in the PBKS squad in this whole season. So that doesn't make for a good reading. So yeah, that
Jadeja.
Dube, no, it's law
One
of averages and a normally that's all. Simple as that. You don't make too much of one
Please talk about
dismissal.
his fielding.
That also again, what's shocking about it?
It isn't.
Yeah, I mean his fielding has been pretty bang average for the most part.
Ravindra Jadeja, though the stat that Shane spelled right now, and the mediocre kind of an IPL that he's had. The only thing is, I hope with all of this, the Indian team's thinking if Akshar can be given the edge over him in the 11.
I don't see it happening, but I really hope so too.
For me, I mean, Dube is definitely not a worry. I think it's the first failure that he's had. So, with the bat, I know he's been outstanding, and I don't think anyone can go through an IPL without a failure or two here and there. That's not a worry. I'm just glad that he bowled today, and I hope that he keeps bowling. His bowling was okayish, and I think I'll take that bowling because when he will be given the ball, I'm not expecting, some outstanding Yorkers and things like that from him.
Plus he's
A
been
wicket,
rusty.
a wicket here and there. Is that what I'm going to look for? Yeah, that is what I'm going to look for. And today he got you that wicket. I'm guessing that he fills in on a day that some other bowler is going for plenty. With his change of pace, maybe slightly slower, he does it.
After
but that can only.
he's bowling. Dube?
No, he would have bowled in the SMAT.
Yeah.
No, but an SMAT happened much later.
Yeah, much
He
earlier.
bowled in Ranji as well.
He bowled in
No,
Ranji.
he didn't play in the final.
No,
Yeah,
but
he
he
did,
group
but he bowled
stages,
in
na.
Okay, but then see, I'm talking about the Afghanistan series. He bowled in one
He
game.
bowled in all 1-2 games, so he bowled for sure.
And then after that, didn't bowl because he got injured.
I remember he developed a wicked back of the hand cutter. at his pace.
But I think the key here in the 6 balls that he bowled, he gets good bounce of the wicket. I think that'll be the key.
He's a
height.
tall lad.
Yeah, not that you're going to get very bouncy tracks there.
Except maybe in Barbados to a certain extent.
Earlier Barbados, yes.
You're thinking of Test cricket Barbados. This isn't going to be that.
It's not. I don't think at his pace the bounce is going to trouble anybody. But I guess variations will help. All I'm saying is that he needs to bowl. He needs to keep bowling, pick up that experience. I was going to give an example, but not a lot of you. Shardul Thakur type bowler over here and there, pick up a wicket. Who knows? Because he's coming with a lot of batting for you. He's predominantly a batter. With that, if he can chip in a bit, I think that's where you're looking at. So I hope CSK bowls him. So he's not a worry.
I think a better example would be a Jimmy Neesham. Similar kind of left-handed batter can whack it. Mitch Marsh, Marcus Stoinis.
Yeah.
Those kind of bowlers.
Stoiner much more.
Proper
dibbly-dobblies. Yeah.
Sure, anything. That all I'm saying is that he should be there as an option for me to go to, which is what you've seen today. Is batting. I'm not worried. Jadeja, though, I was worried even from a long time. So this changes nothing. All I'm saying is that he will be batting, which is why I keep saying in my 11, I'm having him come down to 8. That's why I'm packing my batting lineup like that and reducing a bowler when I make my 11. Because only then, because if you're going to have him at 7 and till 6 you have batters, and 6 most likely if it is a Hardik who's also not in great form, it's not looking good, the batting lineup. And that's the worry. With his bowling also, never really a match winner with his bowling. He can do his quota of overs, and even that CSK a lot of times, not from now, you go back into years, there are a lot of times when MS would not bowl full 4 overs of Jadeja. So it's never that, but that's another problem that you're going to face. And that brings me to an Arshdeep Singh. I think, he's gone off the boil for some time now, and it's there. I don't know, I'm not looking at the numbers, but I do see a slight improvement in him. Previously, I thought that, last T20 World Cup and all, I think it just completely not been able to nail the Yorkers. Now he's getting it, but I think he's been inconsistent. So in an effort to do that, he's also bowling wide, a few full toss, but at least he's trying. So some deliveries he's getting it right, like the Arshdeep of the past. But the overall package needs to improve, but you're left with no option. That's why I've gone with an Avish in my 15, because he was in form right now, and had been part. In my 15, I could only take 3 fast bowlers.
One of them to then
Siraj Bumrah.
That's how I had picked my 15. Avish. But it's not that Arshdeep was far behind. If you took Arshdeep, it's not too much of an issue with me. But I'd gone with Avish because he's been slightly better. And it's not that I'm just picking anyone. People will say,
Sandeep.
Go to Sandeep or a Natarajan or whatever. No, Avish had been part of your team. I think Afghanistan series also he was part of the squad. So, and he had been playing continuously, which is why I thought. Anyway, they've gone with what they've gone, so that's how it is.
Yeah, so
Sawal bhi nikale.
2 days we have seen how many? 9 of our Indian T20 squad
candidates.
4 in the Mumbai Indians yesterday, and none from Lucknow, right?
None.
No, KL Rahul isn't there. Much as certain people were trying to push his case. No. Did you not remember you talking once about Ritesh Deshmukh suddenly becoming a big LSG super fan? The man took to Twitter and said KL Rahul should have been called up. I'm like, why?
That is why I say that do not take all these celebrities and their opinion, because it's
sold to the highest bidder.
Correct. So whether it's a politician, he will talk about his constituency and somebody should play from there. Talk about some film star who's attached with the team. And why are you guys laughing? And this is for Siddharth, I'm guessing. Can you show it to viewers as well? So this is a meme from Gangs of Wasepur.
Full double click it
where,
on top.
In the middle, anywhere in the middle.
What was his character's name? Not Sardar Khan. Sardar Khan is bashing a person who's saying people who say Dhoni is selfish, Dhoni fans will back the haters like that. So this is basically Pawan, our producer, put it out just to advise Siddharth, don't go out of the office without security from here on.
Pawan is just pandering to the gallery. He wants to Behti Ganga mein haath saaf karna. That's how it is. But
a fair warning.
Not a fair warning. The truth hurts. In my case, also it hurts.
Chalo, sawal nikalo.
Yeah.
Dex.
CSK deserved to lose for what Dhoni did to Daryl.
Now go. Your time. Go for it, Siddharth.
See, CSK.
I didn't want to bring it up, but now Dex has, so go.
See, CSK, their batting was woeful. Whatever way, it's not.
That you have already spoken about. Get to the point.
I mean, what Dhoni did today only summed up.
It was like a button, yeah, you pressed
It has to be, because now, even now, go back. He's already spoken about CSK batting at the start of the show, right?
And the last show.
And the last show. Now get to the question straight up.
What Dhoni did to Daryl Mitchell, it was like summed up CSK the nutshell.
This time I'm in agreement with Siddharth. I've told you
that was unfair.
It was Daryl Mitchell at the other end, a batter.
No, I hold my argument. 130 is strike rate. Daryl Mitchell has been woefully out of form. Mahendra Singh Dhoni double the strike rate.
Today, MS's strike rate.
One ball he faced here, and out of
today overall, MS's strike rate.
I would have understood had he been there at the crease.
No, if 1 or 2, okay, this they lost, so we're not talking about it. What if it boiled down to the last over, they lost by 100? What would you do then?
As far as hypothesis goes, then we can paint 10 pictures.
Not hypothesis. When you're batting first, you have to maximize every run.
Agreed.
See, the wheels of fortune totally changed. This is an MS
Did he not try to take that second at the death and got out? He could have continued with his not out.
The idea was
he took the risk.
Yes,
because every run is important.
Exactly. But that also said, and that assessment aside, if a Mahendra Singh Dhoni feels that this is a Daryl Mitchell who's been out of form, yes, they continue to back him playing in the 11 and that's about it. But in those couple of balls, he backed himself. If somebody is getting into the match with a strike rate of 260, he's obviously going to back himself to whack the ball out of the ground than somebody who's at a strike rate of 130.
No, yaar. I mean, see, Daryl Mitchell, okay, I'll again.
He's struggling. We know that.
Again, the batsman at the other end was not Chris Martin. I think MS Dhoni is not falling.
Or Courtney Walsh.
Or Courtney Walsh, okay? They were real, you may say, I mean, they struggled with the bat is an understatement. They were woeful with the bat, okay? Daryl Mitchell can at least, he's there as one of the very good players.
If this was the Daryl Mitchell playing the World Cup as he was 6 months back, I would have agreed. But this is a pale shadow of a Daryl Mitchell we've seen.
He's a batter, you would have to give.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway, Siddharth,
so, what MS Dhoni did summed up CSK's batting. It's me, there's no team.
At the end, Dex, but I will only point out that in the end, while I agree with Siddharth that maybe at that situation you had to change strike because runs could even. At the end of the day, the margin is so big, doesn't matter. So they did not lose because of what Dhoni did to Daryl Mitchell.
And Harshit, let me just tell you another cycle of life. 2016, same MS Dhoni needed 22 or 5 balls against Akshar Patel in that rising Pune Super Giant versus Punjab Kings encounter. Okay, he hit a 6, then he hit one shot to deep cover. Hashim Amla fielded it. He did not do. But what got swept under the carpet? A 4, 2 6s. And they won the game. But still that problem persisted.
Okay. Moving on. Shobham Sai says people said that today is the last day for teams to, not people, it is the last day. Teams to submit T20 squad. Did Pakistan and West Indies announce the squad? Please. Shane,
so it's not so much just about
technicality.
Yeah, it's not so much about announcing it. So they have to inform the ICC. What most teams
not
do
you and I.
Yeah, what most teams do is they kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So they'll announce the squad, and then that way the ICC also gets to know. However, what Pakistan West Indies have done is intimated the ICC of what their provisional squad looks like, but not announced it to the public. They are allowed to do that too.
Yes. Yeah. You don't have to. If India did not, you could not hold it against them.
You would then got to know on the 25th.
Yes, 25th.
ICC would have then put it out.
Yeah. 25th is the last date. So that's why we're telling you that from now till the 25th, you can make as many changes. It's precisely for this reason.
Exactly.
Okay, moving on. I love cornflakes is back. Wish it were a closer chase. Wanted more
Talavali
rant. Yeah.
If you wanted more, go to a mid-inning show because their event. What was that? Just explain. What is it?
Talavali.
What is
headache.
So what was your point?
So I am saying that this attitude of just team me, it's become a big headache, a Talavali. And MS Dhoni is Thala. And it's become a pain that it's only me that I will go and finish it off and pander to the gallery. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, this isn't a greatest hits concert, right?
Yeah.
Don't play it like that then.
You have to play cricket at the end of the day. It's a team game. It's not Dhoni Super Kings, yeah. That I'm the owner, I will do what I want to do.
Yeah, but the crowd seems to be behaving like it is that. You heard the noise when he comes out of that.
The shore meter.
And
There was this moment where he took off the helmet to adjust his hair. Crazy.
Bonkers.
And if you had the shore meter
Amazing
towards the end of the
fan
match, you could hear even a pin drop. It was that much. It's just that, see, blind personality worship is the key. That's it.
Mehraj Rules from Canada.
Says, I backed CSK to finish bottom halfway there.
Ain't happening. Ain't
It's
happening.
Not possible.
Shubham Garg.
Seeing CSK last 5 match record versus Punjab, it seems like someone in CSK management really likes Preeti Zinta's smile. Next game very crucial for CSK.
They are playing against Punjab in the
Lots of parathas.
Oh, yes. Shobhan
Sai, you said Rinku is a soft target. There won't be that much fast. You still feel the same way. If Aksar Yuzi not selected, still you people keep saying that injustice happens to them. So what if selectors need to go and make the media
No,
happy?
I still maintain that Rinku in that sense is a soft target. What you are hearing about Rinku is still minor outrage. Imagine, I'm just saying, imagine they had not picked a Virat Kohli.
Oh,
Do you know what would have happened?
we wouldn't have gone.
I'm saying, imagine even if they had not picked Hardik Pandya. Or I'm even saying Sanju Samson.
No, Rohit, that announcement was made.
They that made, no?
Sanju, yeah.
Sanju.
You know what would have happened?
It would have trended on Twitter, man.
So
Justice for Sanju.
in comparison, Rinku's is less, which is why I'm saying he should have been picked. I completely agree, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
Surya Sharma.
Suryansh says, beat the T20 World Cup, Asia Cup. Hardik has shown that in crunch situations he's a different beast and gains form. Hardik is not a 28 ball, 27 run next gen batter. He's kind of right. That semi-final, if you're looking back at it, were it not for his runs, you wouldn't have had anything to defend.
Exactly.
You probably lost in 10 overs.
Indeed. And with the ball also, he defended just by the skin of the teeth against Bangladesh. 2016. Yeah. Mirage Rules from Canada. I personally want RR, SRH, KKR and DC to qualify, as it's an indication that T20 cricket is now wham bam. Thank you.
Don't read it.
Traditional T20 teams have no chance.
Yeah, I thought he would, but
Where in what ways other teams like CSK, MI are all traditional T20 teams?
Maybe it means traditional T20 teams that CSK were often.
but I'm sorry, but MI is not a traditional T20.
Exactly.
team. They are playing the.
Have you seen their home ground?
Yeah,
Traditional.
they're not. And if you look at even CSK is not playing traditional kind of. Today was a off day. Otherwise, they're batting. They're going hell for leather. They are getting a lot of runs. So I don't quite agree with that. Shobham Sai, back again.
Let's talk about Gaikwad and his type of batting in terms of strike rate. He's the next KL Rahul in IPL. You know, Gaikwad is, I hate saying it, but I don't know why he doesn't accelerate from the get-go. He doesn't have problems.
Today I don't think it's an issue.
Today, no, I agree, but it's become a pattern with him overall.
But it's been a different story this whole year. Otherwise, Rituraj Gaikwad, until last year, what was everyone talking about? Yes, he would get you runs in the power play. He'd be scoring, which is why that comparison. Why did we all want a Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rituraj Gaikwad? Because they would be scoring lots of runs and a quick tick.
Added burden of captaincy.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I think that's the reason, because it's not a Rituraj Gaikwad that we know of.
Correct.
He's been on the scene for quite some time now. You've just added captaincy now to the mix, and it's a different batter as a result.
See, barring a Rohit Sharma and a Virat Kohli, if you look at a KL Rahul, when he was saddled with the captaincy thing, he slowed down.
Yeah. Of course, he also played for the Punjab Kings, man. Give him a break.
Okay, but then see, when he started in 2018-19, he was playing very quickly. He's got a 14 ball 50 year. But then after that, I think the composition first didn't allow him to bat very quickly. It just went down.
Another example, I think Rishabh Pant's another example.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
22.
Pre-captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Post-captain.
in this IPL, I think he's kind of defied that
Who,
curve.
Pant?
No,
not at all. He starts slow, then picks up pace.
He's in 130-35 strike rate. You're okay with that. And when
But Kohli,
Virat Kohli is at
No,
150.
but
Pant's
here
higher.
Pant is 150
Pant's
plus.
Pant's higher.
This time.
Pant, it'll be a marginal. Please show us this IPL.
Pant this year.
So he's at 150 strike rate, I
Virat and Pantsi.
Virat is 146 Last I remember.
We'll just see.
Just all teams. Yeah.
He'll do it.
No, we can just.
All teams.
Wait.
Relax.
158.
158.
Okay.
Virat's 146.
So
And that's a difference.
That is a huge difference and different role. Pant is not an
140,
opener.
47.
Okay.
That's 10 points.
I
Nine.
said 46.
9.
This is
Not 9,
47.
11. 147, 158.
56 or 58.
158. So,
Even then.
and Virat is an opener. Pant is not an opener. I can argue with the same thing if it was 2022. There, fair point.
You will die, but you will defend your right.
I'm only stating the obvious fact. See, I can argue with the fact that Pant, he was in a catch-22 both in 2021 and in the 2022 edition. In 21, he tried big scores, but his strike rate suffered.
Yes.
In 2022, he didn't get big scores. He got quick runs. Strike rate was good, but everybody pointed the average was bad. The
No,
runs were
22,
bad.
there were times when even his strike rate went for a toss. Okay, it was a bad year for
It
him.
was a marginal improvement from 21 if you look at it strike rate wise, but it was downhill when it came to runs and average. And at that time, what we said, people only look at the runs and the average. And Pant, it becomes even more pronounced because in T20 Is, his record is woeful.
127 strike rate,
123 and 18, right? 123 and 23. That's the
something like that. Sir.
Okay, Love Karantur from the US says, think they paid more for Mitch than Dhoni.
That's correct, actually. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
But you will
14.
know how much.
No, Dhoni was on the 11 or 12 crore.
Because
thing,
he let Jadeja take the big check.
And Darryl
No,
Mitchell's
not
on 14
Jadeja,
crores.
Deepak Chahar. They
No,
won.
no.
It was
Jadeja.
Jadeja.
But
Jadeja got hand
The
captaincy.
captaincy in 22, yeah.
So Jadeja went for that 15, 17 crore check. I think
Yeah.
he took the other one.
And
12 crores.
2022, they wanted to big bid for Deepak Chair also. So Deepak Chair was a 14 crore guy.
Yeah, but that's why, you know, he's right. Darryl Mitchell does get more money than an
And
MSD.
so he said, "Chal, you are getting more money, let me get more strike."
And I'm not going to take a 2 runs or a 1 run. Wow.
No, but I wouldn't blame you. Remember who? I think it's George Bailey or someone who just did a podcast where he spoke about his time in Pune when MS was there. So he's talking about MS and how he goes out to bat, and there's a debate all the time. So he's saying that we would all be sitting like whatever is the bat, and like a wicket falls, and you know, let's supposing and then you'll see Dhoni just come out wearing his thing and go out to bat, and then like so I'd get up. Then I'm next. I've been told I'll get up and say Dhoni. So he goes and then he says, so he's like, he decides himself. He was not captain. So he's like, you look at Steve Smith like, you know, you told me already. He said, okay, keep sitting. I think he would decide when he was not captain, decide when is the right time for him to go.
But see, this kind of chaos would have worked a lot in that team because they only had like a 2-year contract.
Yeah,
They would have been irrelevant after
No, but
that.
I'm saying if it was happening there, it clearly happens in Chennai.
Of course, 110%.
Probably would have happened at the Indian team. Go back to that 2011 World Cup final.
Gary.
Put a
Nice, Gary.
nice Gary.
I mean, look at even 2013 bowling change. Ishant Sharma got tonged and then you given the over again to Ishant. Typical laga no na. Ika. फिर पकड़ा दिया उको. That was the thing. But he got 2 wickets.
It worked.
It worked fantastically.
That's his golden touch. Thala for a reason.
Thala for a reason.
2 wickets. And Morgan was one.
And I think it was Ravi
Bopara, हाँ, he pulled. Yeah, he pulled and got caught.
And Ash bowling the final over.
Saving got 12.
10 I think.
Whatever. Last ball, 6 they needed.
They needed 6, yeah.
Treadwell, huh? Who was it?
Treadwell, James Treadwell.
James Treadwell.
Good old days.
I know. 11 years ago.
Shubham Garg says that Rituraj.
No.
Miraj rule.
Oh, sorry, Miraj Rule says that why in India do we celebrate more batters than bowlers who are considered as second-class citizens? Also, most of our bowlers don't come from tier 1, tier 2 cities. Reason?
No, you have tier 1. We just spoke about Ishant Sharma.
Spoke about 2 Delhi.
Virat.
2 young upcoming
Bowlers.
bowlers. Yeah.
Ashit, wake up. Read the question.
Okay.
And also, if you have 2 bowlers who you're talking about who are like making waves, Harshit Rana, Mayank Yadav, both are Delhi guys.
Yeah.
Jasprit Bumrah from Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jasprit Bumrah.
So not true.
Siraj is from Hyderabad. Yeah, that's
Yes.
also considered a tier 1
I mean,
winner.
if
Of course,
want
it's
to-
a tier 1. It's in state capital.
Correct.
If you want to look at spinners, Ash from Chennai,
Yeah.
Jaddu from Rajkot is tier 2. Rajkot.
Yeah.
Rajkot will be tier 2.
And in the previous
Kuldeep
year,
from Kanpur.
Kanpur, that's also tier 2.
In
Yeah,
terms
okay.
of size, it's pretty big.
Big,
But yeah, economically, I think.
In the previous generation, Anil Kumble from Bengaluru, tier
Bangalore.
1.
Javagal Srinath, everyone.
Venkatesh Prasad.
Kapil Dev maybe.
Your chairman of selector Ajit Agarkar, Mumbai.
Ajit was a superb bowler, and I think Kapil would have been tier 3. Rohtak,
No, Kapil was Chandigarh.
Chandigarh, or
Chandigarh.
Chandigarh would tier
Chandigarh
two.
now is a tier 1 city.
Now,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Those
those
days
days
maybe
tier 2.
Yeah, those days, yes.
yeah,
Now very much tier 1.
yeah. Shami, you may say Kolkata or Muradabad.
No, you definitely not count Kolkata.
He played for Bengal.
Too well, much later.
Ashok Dinda from Kolkata.
He's
Ashoke.
yes. Ashoke is you would say is from Bengal. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Shubham Garg.
Rituraj strike rate over the years in IPL: 2021 136, 2022 126, 2023 137, 2024 146. He's always complemented by other strikers like Dubey/Rahane in the team. If we're calling Rahane a striker, then I've really heard it.
No, but last season he was.
Yeah, this season the
And
elixir
that
is
was
worn
because
off.
of a certain Kiwi guy who's not in the team, Devon Conway.
Devon.
Oh yes.
22, 23, he has been fantastic. Because Rituraj could take his own time, Conway would accelerate. But that is not the case now. But if you look at 2024, it's his best strike rate.
Yeah.
146 as compared to the previous 3 years.
And see, 2021, you have to give a bit of a concession because that was held in those god awful pitches in UAE. Very slow.
And also, you had someone like a Faf. He also would attack.
Yeah.
That is why Rituraj could take his time.
Correct.
Watson had retired after 2019. He was not in CSK anymore.
But Faf.
Faf and Rituraj. 2020 retired though. Watson.
Okay, Karthik K says, missed all IPL games since Friday because of travel. Sad MI SRH loss, but enjoying
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Oh, he's
like
calling him.
called
Oh. LeBron James getting knocked out by the Denver Nuggets in gentleman sweep.
I mean,
The NBA playoffs,
I
they
know,
got
but
knocked
I've
off.
not been following Karthik, so apologies for that.
Also, very clever name. You're calling him that.
he has clever names. Karthik K should be given the tag of clever names.
KJU.
KJU, yes.
Tell him about the news you read.
No, please. You want to stay on air or no?
No, it's okay. We can stay on air. YouTube isn't in
So
South Korea.
please, volume down after that only.
Okay, Mike Madan says, how do you react to Leroy Sané's goal last night? Another UCL semi tonight. Any thoughts who'd take the lead? Rutu said they were 50-60 run short, which captain says that, but he's right.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
We said 30-40, he said 50-60.
50-60.
Wow.
Yes, yesterday, what a game.
Yes.
What a game. 2-all.
Today is not going to be that good a game, I
Yeah,
feel. PSG Dortmund is
yeah.
kind of.
And
The
it's
Sané
in,
goal was something though.
Paris or is it in Dortmund?
I
Oh,
can't
this one I don't
remember. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yesterday was in Munich, so
Yeah.
Don't know about this thing.
Might very well be in Paris.
Paris.
Pari.
Maybe. Okay, our favorite.
I love mutton
I
biryani.
love
I love mutton biryani. Is here. If all big teams win, India's group is already decided. India, Australia, Sri Lanka, New Zealand.
Yes.
India should get in semi-final with this group. Just 2 games. Huh?
Just 2 games is what everyone said in 2021.
2 games.
And you lost both.
Australia, though you know is Australia. New Zealand, you never beat in ICC tournaments.
Sri Lanka you might beat.
By the way, out of those 2, you've never beaten them in a World T20. Never. New Zealand, you've never beaten them. It's 3-0. You've never beaten Sri Lanka. It's 3-0.
There you go.
Yeah. And 2010, you played Sri Lanka in a group in a Super 6 stage. You lost at St. Lucia. And I think you want to play in St. Lucia. Oh, man. Life is a full circle after 14
Okay,
years.
quick comments. Rajneesh Jha says, I don't think Dhawan should be selected even if he's fit again. Sam Curran is too sweet and sour and PBKS should persist with him. Yes, well, this is something that we discussed. Impartial Sid is here. He says, openers failed, Rahane dropped. 2016, openers failed, Dhawan dropped. 2021-22, openers failed, KL Rahul dropped. KL average and strike rate better than Rohit in both World Cups. I hope after 24, YJ is not dropped.
He's pointing out a pattern. Very interesting.
We had a similar comment yesterday. Another one of our family members did
Must
give
be
that.
on social media. Raj Das Gupta for the answer to Sri Lanka West Indies squad. Just go back. We've already answered that. Okay. Final question of the night. Anurag wants to know, Rinku for Jadeja still possible?
Yes, technically it is.
Until 25th, it's
But not going to
25th.
happen. But not going to happen.
Unless
Will not happen.
Side strains.
Unless Jaddu injures himself the
Unless
next
water
4
sport
games.
happens,
Side
or something
strains happen.
else, Some golfing activity gone wrong, as it does happen with English players at times.
Players don't play that much of golf. You know, apart from
Our
Kapil,
players do, yeah.
about this current bunch.
Current bunch, no. I mean, just the ones that I think Dhoni is going to the US to play golf. Yuvraj is playing a lot of golf. But it's usually once you retire,
Exactly.
you have enough time to do it.
The joke about golf is it's an old man's sport, no? So
Okay. Final comment from Canada. From Mehraj Rules, I like how people this time are not giving India a chance even to qualify for semis. Now India will win the T20 World Cup.
You're
Aapke
right.
muh mein ghee shakkar.
I know.
I hope
mean,
that works.
He's quoting Michael Vaughan. Na? Michael Vaughan, whenever he predicted, it would be ulta. So here,
Yeah,
this
he's
time-
put out his prediction this time around as well.
his prediction has 3 teams from the same Super
Yeah.
8 group, so it's
Put
not even
South
possible.
Africa and one more team.
West
in
Indies.
Same group. Yeah.
Vishal Panchal, he's also joining us from the US. Wants to know, aren't grounds not using dew removal spray? They use, but I don't think it's that good, by the way.
Not in this kind of deal.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It has been used in
Some
the past.
spray,
Yeah,
chemical as well. Some,
chemical,
has
yeah,
been
doesn't.
used at times.
Yeah.
The traditional method of ropes, but yeah.
Yeah, ropes never works. That's like spreading hot, like butter onto a hot toast. I don't know why they do that.
Mayor says, will Sanju make it first choice if more runs and IPL trophy? Who knows? For me though, I'd put him first choice.
I would too.
But who knows? IPL trophy runs?
To be fair, he does have an IPL trophy.
No. Now.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, after 10 years, he'll win.
But he'd need extraordinary amount of runs. Pant is still Pant.
Although, if you get a Pant, then you'll have 2 left-handers potentially in the top order. Yashasvi and Rishabh Pant.
But you're going to have Dube also, no?
But we don't know. I think Hardik
Dube
is the
in the
front
11.
runner, yaar.
How?
If Hardik is there, you can't fit in a Dube. Try how much ever you might, but then
I fit it.
Yeah,
you can.
But
you just said you can't and then you can.
I mean, I somehow can't.
with,
You can't. I did.
with your 11, even I feel it's difficult. Let's see.
Mayank Maran, thank you for your comments. Those are my anchoring jackets. Not all of them are mine. Some of them paid by for the company. So, and Asad, we've already answered the Champions League question. Do check it out. Bye bye. Good night. Enjoy the game. It's going to start. Panakkam, Nandri.
Shivratri Shabak
Sabak
here.
here. Tomorrow, the big press conference.
And eat
Yes.
your vegetables and don't trouble them.
Tomorrow is the press conference of the Indian captain and coach at 4 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We'll be live right after that.
Yes.
Soon as it's done with all the details. So join us on Sports Day tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Eat your vegetables and,
And
do not
don't
trouble
trouble
your
your
mother.
mother.